You have no idea what my sister just pulled off.
Don't tell me she chopped off your hair again. I mean, you look cute with a pixie cut, but you've been growing your hair out for so long, and she just ruins it again.
No, thank heavens. I lock my door every night now so she can't sneak in and snip away at my hair while I sleep.
Did she unleash a raccoon in your room again? Because that's getting really old. I mean, it's awful that you have to replace everything because they get shredded by some wild animal, but come on, it's getting so boring.
No, she came up with something new today.
I can't even imagine what she could have done. Your sister's a total psycho, and I don't get how she gets away with it. If my little sister did even a fraction of the things she does, she would have been shipped off to some boot camp or something.
I doubt those are real. They're just in the movies.
Whatever. What did she do?
She somehow persuaded my parents to give her my room and make me move to the tiny room.
What? How did she pull that off?
I don't know, she probably just asked them nicely, you know, how they treat her like she's their angel or something. I don't get why they think she deserves the bigger room. I mean, I'm the oldest. It's practically a crime for me to have the smallest room, but that's not even the worst part.
What's the worst part?
They're making me get rid of my piano and rocking chair because they won't fit in my new room.
What? The same rocking chair that your grandma gave you before she died?
That's the one. It's my favorite chair in the whole house, and they're making me get rid of it. Well, technically they said it should just stay in my sister's room and she can use it. But my grandma gave that chair to me. She used to read books to me while we rocked in that chair. It's linked to so many happy childhood memories, and now they just want me to hand it over to my little sister for no reason?
That's insane. Have you talked to them at all? I mean, if you told them how much the chair means to you, like, they would get it, right?
I tried to talk to them already, but then my sister came and said how much she adores the chair, and suddenly it was her chair. I can't tell you how much they adore her. She can do no wrong in their eyes. Everything that she's done to me, she somehow twists it into a sisterly bonding thing and that I was the one overreacting. Then I get in trouble because I'm ignoring my sister or something. And sure, I usually cover for her because I don't want my parents to be upset with her or whatever, but then they get upset with me. It's not fair if they knew half the things she's done, like sneaking in boys, throwing parties, and hiding booze in her room.
Yeah, I've noticed that whenever I come over. Why do you think I always ask you to come over instead of going to your place? Your sister rules that house. I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if she was even a little nice, but she's the devil's child. She even makes your life at school a nightmare. And you're a senior and she's a sophomore.
I know, it's terrible. But what can I do? Whenever I try to talk to my parents, they always side with her. They think I'm making a fuss and that I'm just envious of her or something, which is so false. I don't give a damn about the same things that she does. Sure, maybe she has better fashion sense than me or whatever, but I excel in school and that's all that matters to me.
Exactly. And I'm pretty sure that parents are supposed to be fair and impartial in things like these. They're not supposed to play favorites.
Yeah, they're definitely not supposed to play favorites, but they do. And they make it painfully obvious that there's no doubt about who's their darling.
It's not like you did anything to deserve this. It's certainly not your fault. I just can't comprehend why they adore Precious so much. I mean, if she was kind of a reasonable person, maybe. But even then, they shouldn't have favorites. But Precious is just so manipulative, and they don't even see it because you shield them from her.
I know, I need to stop. But I think that they thought they were done with having kids after me. They had some shocking news after my mother gave birth to me. They thought that another child was impossible. And then Precious came along.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they should just ignore their first child.
I know, but even after all these awful pranks and things that she does to me, I can't help but still want to protect her from getting into too much trouble.
I think you're too good for your family, honestly.
It's not like I'm lying about her. I just omit a few things that she does or says, and I try to make her sound not as bad as she really is. which is probably why they think I'm exaggerating about these different things. I just don't want them to know how bad she is because she's their precious child, and I love and care about my parents. I don't want them to know that the child they love and cherish is actually a horrible human being, or at least is becoming one.
But maybe if your parents did know and actually gave her some consequences and didn't idolize her every move, then it would be better for her. You know, and not feed her fantasies that she's the best thing on this planet.
It shouldn't be up to me. It shouldn't be my fault or my duty to mold my sister into a better person. I mean, no one looked out for me the way I look out for her, and I turned out fine.
And I'm not blaming you. Your sister is just your sister. And honestly, it's a big if that. If your parents stopped pampering her, she would turn into a better human being. But that doesn't mean you should let her bully you. If I were you, I would stand up for myself. That rocking chair and that room are yours. Just because your sister wants a bigger room for whatever reason doesn't mean that you should cave in.
It's not that big of a deal. I mean, I'm leaving for college in a few months.
College is still 6 months away.
Yeah, but I still plan on moving to the city sooner to get settled and to get away from my house as soon as possible.
I guess. And you are technically done with high school, you genius. So you're just taking filler classes at this point and waiting to graduate, right?
Yeah, and to be honest, I'm also waiting for you to finish since you'll be my roommate when we move to the city.
I can't wait. It's gonna be amazing. But the first household rule is that your family is not allowed to stay over, okay? Your parents maybe, but never your sister. I don't want our apartment to go up in flames or something.
Yeah, I get it. I guess I should start standing up to my family.
And there's no time like the present.
I hate how right you are.
I know.
Hi, Mom. Can we have a conversation?
Yeah, sure. What can I do for you?
Well, I kind of want to talk about the situation with my room.
This again? I thought we had settled everything last night. I mean, Precious told me that you had a discussion about it and that you agreed that she deserved to have a bigger room. And your father and I are on the same page with her.
I know I said that, but
I hope you're not going back on your word. Because I raised my daughter to be better than someone who doesn't stick to their word.
no, I'm not going back on my word. But maybe I'm starting to be more honest with myself and with you.
And what does that mean?
Well, I just want to stop covering up for Precious and her behavior.
What are you referring to? From what I've observed these last couple of years, you have quite a lot of resentment towards Precious, which I don't understand. Your sister is the sweetest girl on this planet, and she only does things because she loves us so much. You really should try and be more like her.
Okay, I'm only saying this because I want to keep Grandma's rocking chair.
So whatever you're about to tell me is a lie?
What? No, I wouldn't lie to you or Dad. At least not outright lying.
You just said that whatever you're about to tell me, it's only because you want to keep your grandmother's rocking chair. Which I can say is very rude and selfish of you. Your sister hardly got to spend time with your grandma before she passed away. Don't you think that she deserves to have some part of her legacy?
No.
Excuse me?
Well, I mean, yes, but no, she can't have the rocking chair. My only memories with Grandma are with that rocking chair when she would hold me on her lap and read stories to me. I'm not even sure that Precious actually wants the rocking chair. She just wants to ruin my life some more.
Okay, that's enough. How dare you speak of your sister like that? She has done nothing but being kind to you. Sure, some of her gestures of love went wrong, but that doesn't make her a bad person. I honestly expected more out of you. Not just because you're her sister, but because you're her older sister. You're supposed to be a role model for her, not tearing her down every chance you get.
I haven't even said my piece yet. And we're already fighting. You're already taking her side and painting me as a villain. I'm not a villain in this. If anyone's a villain, it's my sister.
There you go again. Always blaming Precious for your problems. She's a model citizen, a model daughter, and she's our most perfect creation.
You can't say that, Mom. You're my mother. You're not supposed to have favorites. And you're certainly not supposed to love my sister more than you love me.
And look, more lies. Maybe I would love you more if you lied less. So stop being so mean to your sister. She's trying her best. I mean, yeah, some of her plans to surprise you don't go according to plan. But it's not her fault. And you shouldn't blame her for it.
I've been protecting her all these years, though. All of those things that I painted to be a sisterly gesture were actually horrible pranks that she played on me. I just didn't want you and Dad to feel bad about the kind of person you were raising. I don't know, but I always lied about her. You know, when she released that raccoon in my room, that was so it would destroy my stuff. Not because I like raccoons. I actually hate raccoons. I thought that you and Dad would have known that. I know that Precious knows that. And that's why she released her raccoon in the first place. She didn't do that because she thought it would be nice. She did it because she knew I hated raccoons and that it would destroy my room. And I'd have to get rid of a lot of my stuff. And then she did it again, but with birds, and then a different animal.
But you said that you thought she was doing it because you loved animals. Why would you lie to us about something like that?
Because I didn't want you guys to see that your golden child is actually a terrible person, even from a young age. She's literally like Satan's spawn. She's evil and cruel, and she enjoys hurting me.
Okay, that's enough. You know, I was humoring you a little bit because of that whole line that we don't love you the same. But maybe the reason we don't love you the same as Precious is because you lie. You lie and you manipulate people all the time. But saying that your sister is Satan's spawn is my final straw. How dare you speak of your sister like that? How dare you speak of your father and I like that? You know, I think you need a wake-up call.
A wake-up call about what?
A wake-up call that you should be grateful that we let you live with us. You should be so grateful that you have a good family. A lot of people don't have that. And you know where they end up?
Where? It's probably much better than where I am right now.
They end up on the streets. And that's where you're going to end up.
What? You can't be serious.
One more bad word about your sister and we'll kick you out. Your sister has been nothing but kind and loving to you. And all you can do to repay her is make up lies about her? I thought I raised you better than this. I am so disappointed in you.
You can't be serious. You're seriously taking her side to the point that you would kick me out. You're a parent and you're not supposed to have favorites.
I would have denied that 5 minutes ago. But now I can confidently say that Precious is our favorite daughter because she's actually kind and compassionate, unlike you.
You're not listening to what I'm saying.
One more word and we kick you out.
I can't believe you. If I leave, Precious is just going to become worse. You'll see what I've been shielding you and Dad from all these years.
Yeah, right. More lies, more deceit. All because you can't handle how amazing your sister is. Your jealousy disgusts me.
Whatever.
Wait, your mother said what?
Yeah, she explicitly said that she and Dad loved Precious more than me, that she's their favorite. And they made it really clear that they're going to choose her side no matter what I say. They called me jealous and disgusting and a liar and all these horrible things, just because I was trying to tell them about what Precious is really like.
Wow, I didn't know parents could be like that. That's despicable.
I don't know what to do if I try to talk to them about Precious again. I'm just going to be kicked out of my own house. And if I stay and move quietly into the smaller room, then I lose my grandmother's rocking chair. And who knows what Precious would do to it? She knows how much I cherish that thing. It's honestly a miracle that it survived this long.
And there's no way it fits in the small room? I mean, even without your piano in there?
No, there's nowhere to put it. I measured.
I can't believe your parents would actually do something like this. Do you want to come over to my place for a while? Maybe if they get a sense of what it's like without you being there and just how horrible your sister is, they'll come to their senses and realize everything you do for them.
I'd hope so, but I have no idea if that would actually work. Besides, I'm still at work. I decided to take a double shift, so when I get back, everyone should be asleep. I don't think I could face anyone right now.
Well, I mean, there is something else you do. And what is that? Well, speaking of your job, you've been saving to move out since you were, what, 15?
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to make the move.
What? I can't. No way.
Why not?
Because I'm only 17.
Only for the next month. You're turning 18 soon. It's not like you haven't graduated already.
I haven't gotten my diploma yet.
But that's totally a formality. It's not like you're doing any important classes right now. I mean, you even take shifts in the afternoon now because you don't need to take those classes. Everyone knows, including your teachers. I'm sure if you did leave, you can come back to collect your diploma at the end of the school year.
That's still like 3 months away.
I know it's not ideal, but the other options are a lose-lose. This is the only win-win option for you. If you move out, then you don't have to deal with your family anymore. And you could take your grandmother's chair with you, and your piano, and you won't have to live in a super small room. And not only that, if you moved out, your parents would see what Precious is like.
I hate how much sense that makes, but even still, I'm only 17. No landlord in their right mind is going to rent to a 17-year-old.
But we were going to stay with my aunt for the first bit until we found an apartment, remember? She has a really big house in the River Valley.
Yeah, but she's your aunt. It's not like she's going to let me stay there without you.
What are you talking about? My aunt loves you. And if I phoned her and talked to her about what's happening, I'm sure she would agree. And then I'll just come see you whenever I can. And eventually we'll move to the city. I know it's not super ideal or according to the plan that we made, but you have enough saved to do it.
That's a big move, though.
I know, but what are your other choices besides if you stay with my aunt for the next while until you pick up your diploma? You can apartment search for us, and then by the time I graduate, we can be moving to our apartment in the city.
Why do you always have such good ideas?
I'm the idea person in this crew. I'll talk to my aunt. You can be out by the end of the week.
Should I tell my parents or my sister?
No, this is for you. They don't need to give you any options or try and stop you. This is for you and your well-being.
Thank you. I can't thank you enough.
Besides, at the very least, I don't think it'll take more than a few days before your parents come crawling back to you, saying they're sorry and begging for your forgiveness. Your sister will literally tear that place apart and will make the house a personal hell.
She'll literally have no resistance either. Not with me gone. And I won't be taking the blame for her.
And you can stop doing your chores for her. She hasn't even touched a broom or a vacuum.
Not to mention all the people that she sneaks in to drink secretly.
Not to mention all the boys she sneaks in.
Yeah, I think the boys are probably the worst part. They don't even go to high school. They're all dropouts.
Just wait until your parents find out what a kind of a person their golden child is.
Okay, you've convinced me. I'm going to stop hiding my sister's antics. I'll move out. And when my parents come begging for me back, I'll decide then and there whether I actually want to move back.
Sounds like a plan. No matter what happens, I have your back. Okay, I'll go talk to my aunt. You finish your shift. Anytime, that's what best friends are for.
Thank you. I don't know how I could have managed any of this without you here helping me. Thank you.
It's been a while since I've seen your hideous face around here. Have you been staying over at your equally ugly best friend's place? That's good. I've enjoyed having the whole house to myself. And I really appreciate you giving me your brand new bedroom. It's quite amazing. Oh my god, how dare you ignore me when I text you? You better text me back right now or I'll hide some empty liquor bottles in your room and make it look like you have a drinking problem. Fine, whatever. I'm throwing a party tonight because our parents are going out on a date and I just wanted to let you know that you should stay in your room and not bother me. Unless you're staying with your best friend, then maybe I'll let the party guests use your bedroom. That's where they can smoke. By the way, do you have any idea where Mom and Dad keep their money? They must have moved it since the last time I stole some. Did I ever thank you for covering for me? That was really dumb of you. I mean, getting grounded for a whole week just for $1,000. Anyway, I'm going to take some more money to pay for my party tonight. Can you make Mom and Dad believe that it was you again? Okay, fine. Since you're not responding to me, I'll just take all of their money and blame it on you. I'll tell them that you are trying to pay for your college tuition. Even better, I'll tell them that you owe some money to the mafia or something.
Oh my god, are you really that obsessed with me? You've been texting me all weekend and I haven't replied to any of your messages. And now you're texting me 5 times in a row? Also, you're having another party? I barely managed to repair the wall after the last party you had.
Come on now. Don't act like you don't care. I've been texting you constantly and you never bothered to reply. What if I been in some kind of trouble? Do you hate me so much that you wouldn't care at all? Just wait until I tell Mom and Dad that you said that you don't care about me, even if I was in a dangerous situation.
Please, go ahead and tell them. I really don't care what you do or what they think.
What's wrong with you? Are you sure? You're talking very confidently now.
Whatever. I don't care about any of this.
Yeah, well, you're still ugly. Wow, now you're not even answering me. I'm going to tell Mom. Oh my god, I talked to Mom. She was very angry about the party you had yesterday. Someone vomited on the living room carpet. Anyway, I can't believe Mom and Dad kicked you out of the house. That's so unfortunate. Not that you don't deserve it, you filthy pig. Please pack your things and leave by tomorrow at the latest.
Actually, I moved out 2 days ago and our parents are pleading with me to come back already.
What?
Yeah, you idiot. Didn't you notice that my room was empty whenever you let people in there? Last night, Mom told me all about the cigarette butts and the burnt mattress that you left in there, and Dad quickly realized what kind of person you are and begged me to come back. You should hear the way that they're begging me, almost on their knees.
What? When did you move out?
On Friday. And Mom and Dad noticed, but they didn't bother to tell you. So when you tried to blame the party and everything else you did this weekend on me, they knew you were lying. It didn't take them long after that to figure out that you were always lying, and that I was always taking the blame for you.
How could you do this to me? Wait, are they going to ground me? They can't do that. You have to tell them that it was you. Tell them that you were so mad at them for kicking you out that you had a party and blamed it on me.
Nah, I don't think I will. It's not really my problem anymore, is it? I don't live there anymore.
You're not moving back? You just said that Mom and Dad were asking you to come back. Well, come back and fix this mess. I can't be grounded. Do you know how humiliating that is?
No, because when they came back to me, begging and pleading, I realized that I'm actually much more content and satisfied here than I ever was there. So I won't be coming back to that place. But I wish you good luck in dealing with the repercussions of your own actions. I know that you're not used to it and all.
Just shut your mouth, you repulsive swine.
Oh, by the way, I sent a comprehensive list of everything you had ever done wrong for the last couple of years to Mom and Dad. I don't think they will be satisfied with just grounding you as punishment for them. At least now they see you for who you really are. Farewell, precious. A few days after I blocked everyone on my phone and social media, my parents decided to make the long drive to the city to look for me at Marissa's aunt's place. They apologized profusely for what they had said to me and for always favoring my bratty sister over me. They even had tears in their eyes as they told me how awful Precious had been behaving since I left. All of that was to say they were very regretful to see me go. But I realized that being out of that house, away from my parents who never appreciated me, and away from my scheming sister, I found that I was much happier and more free. Using my skills and creativity, I also managed to find a decent job right away in the city to save up more money and to make our applications look more attractive for renting a place. So it was not hard at all to say a simple no and to walk back into the house after my parents pleaded with me to come back. And yeah, maybe that was selfish of me, but I don't really care about that anymore.